Coming to you from the 21st century, where video calls are the norm, just like in the Jetsons. It's the September 1st weekly roundup. Quentin, what you got? Oh, is Quentin frozen?
It does look that way.
Quentin does. Oh,
Oh, there we go.
I think I'm here.
Oh, you're there.
You're
Okay.
now, okay.
Okay. I think I was just trying to switch my network. That's probably what happened. Yeah, so let me see. Not too much. I caught a couple bugs from the Weaver. I'm forgetting why I was doing that. I think maybe it was partly because I'm trying to. Oh yeah, it's connected. Going back to like working on the Court Forms Online website, I think it was really close to being ready to go up, and it'll be nice to just have that ready before we have our new projects. And one of the things that was holding me back was getting metadata on all the existing forms that we want to add on. So I'm going to keep working on that, but I'm also going to come up with like another way to add forms to the site that doesn't require making changes to every repository we want to have published.
That sounds efficient.
Well, it's duplicating the work in a way, but I think that'll be all right. So it's something I'll probably hope to get up in the next couple of weeks. I think we were, like I said, I think we are pretty close to being able to do that.
All right, cool. All right, Michelle.
I've not got much done.
Oh, that's does more in casual Friday.
But
You looked at e-filing documentation somewhere?
oh yes, yeah. The e-filing documentation looking good. There's some confusing pieces, but there's a lot of really useful like just things you wouldn't know if they weren't there. So really awesome stuff. I have to work on a couple of the PRs. I think if I can move forward on making progress with those with Kiln. I'm trying to get back to random input testing. God damn it. But in the meantime, there's some things I'm not clear on, Bryce. I think like there's a lot of changes that I am clear on, but some things that I'm not completely clear on, like how we want to implement, like the project name as an environment variable or as an input, or like how can we like how can we do that in a sensible way? But and something about the minimist, like how we're going to hand in the different arguments. That was also a question I had. So if we can get to that at some point, though I know you're super busy, so I understand that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like deep dives are still the best time for that. I feel like if we can carve out like 30 minutes to chat about that stuff there, that's best. Minimalist shouldn't take too long, but I mean, yeah, the bigger questions of how do we take inputs are valid and hard questions. So
oh, I found out in a spare like 15 minutes I had that ChatGPT, both 3 and 4, know both about DocAssembly and about AL Kiln, which is kind of scary. And ChatGPT 4 is definitely better at answering, like helping construct tests and stuff, which is good to know. The website find.com, PHIND, sometimes uses ChatGPT 4 and sometimes ChatGPT 3.5. I'm not sure when it chooses to use what. Probably some kind of limit that I'm not quite, I don't quite know.
What was the input date? Or sorry, what was like the training data date of GPT-4. I don't think it should know about Kiln. We didn't start calling it Kiln until like last year, right?
Well, it knew it wouldn't go to the link I gave it to look at the information. Find wouldn't do that. But it knew answers, so it has to know about it somehow.
It probably knows about Cucumber, and it might know about like some of that's like table.
It
words
knew
and
about
stuff. I don't
Kiln.
know.
I asked it questions, and it was like, this is what this testing framework is for, and this is how it's unique from like it helps with DocAssembly interviews, and like it was reading from our documentation. So I
don't think that they gave as much answers about when the training data was cut off for 4.
Okay. 4 might be
Three
different.
three
has, like, a hard
definitely
limit of,
was like
2021, right, or something.
Yeah, I had a hard limit, but I don't know if
From
4's was.
I think it launched with Bing Chat, so everyone was pretty sure they had updated the database at that point. They just didn't. They don't say update yet.
okay. So
That makes sense.
it provides links to our documentation. So I don't know. And like it's the /ALKiln, which was a much more recent link than the automated testing documentation.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if you said you're using this third-party thing. I wonder if they mix in some real-time info because that's the thing that sometimes people will do when they're doing like search, is they'll like mix in a real-time search and use that to help construct a prompt to give.
Okay,
so I don't know.
so
They
maybe
might have
that, but maybe it's doing that. Whatever it is,
that would be easy enough to test because we could just go straight to Quentin's Pro account
that's true.
and just see if it answered the same question the same way.
Yeah, I would be curious if you.
But that's a fun discovery and worth exploration. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Bryce.
I think of stuff I've been doing the whole week. Mostly e-filing, like DocAssembly side stuff as opposed to server side stuff. A lot of asks and stuff from that I've been trying to do too quickly and just get them out of the way, and also going through the appeals forms. They're good, and I'm just trying to make sure I get enough testing in to be confident enough in it, which I need to lay that out. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Cool. My biggest news is just that there's paperwork now waiting for signatures for e-filing in Massachusetts. So that's exciting and long overdue. But that's my main update. And classes started, so that's fun. But not relevant here for this scope of this. So that being said, if there's nothing else for stand up, we can go ahead and head it off. And it looks like Michelle provided chat.
Yeah, just that. I mean, if I can help motivation for ALKiln, I will, but it could fall under e-filing testing stuff. That one specific PR. I know that might not be the priority. Testing often isn't, but
it's not that testing isn't priority. It's that doesn't solve all of the e-filing testing issues. It solves other issues, but like the main issues with e-filing testing are that like cases will change. Like we have to test things, we have to assume that, oh, there's a case on the court server that looks like this, and like every few months they'll just wipe it, and I have to find a new one, and it has a completely new set of things that we have to select, and there's no easy way to update all of our tests like that, and it has ended being a waste of time for those things. And I have like simpler things that are like Python tests that run in like a minute or so and are a lot quicker and cover more things than we ever could with Kiln, and so I stick with those.
Okay, fair enough. I wonder if we could collect the case, but I don't know if we could collect the specific information. But if we could do that with ALKiln or some like independent Puppeteer something or other, or Selenium something or other that could collect the case information dynamically, but that's a different question. Okay,
Different question.
At least in Illinois, we can't, because you can't just search things. You need to have like the exact word case number.
okay,
All right.
all right.
I'm going to stop the recording.